Hi everyone, this is Pramod. Today I will be delivering the lecture on time temperature transformation curves, which is popularly called isothermal transformation diagrams, TTT diagram, and also isothermal transformation curves diagram, and also C curves. So here the temperature of transformation, it controls the nature of the decomposed product, which in turn it decides the properties of steel. So the study of transformation of temperatures is very much essential to know the transformations at different temperatures, at different intervals of time, how much the austenite transformed. Like the decomposition of austenite is maybe in perlitic structure, bainitic or martensitic. So here we will be studying the experimental approach and how the construction of TTT diagrams are done, and also with isothermal transformations of austenite to perlite at taking one constant temperature, and drawing the transformations curves at different temperatures. So I will be explaining all the concepts here in this class, in this video lecture. So first, experimental approach. I will tell the experiment. So first, the steel samples are heated at austenitizing region, austenitic temperature, that is about 727 degrees Celsius. This is the lower critical temperature, where here I will just draw the phase diagram of this one simply, so that we can remember, we can understand the. So this is a austenitic region. This is eutectoid composition 0.8%, and here we will get perlite. At 0.8%, the austenite completely decomposed into ferrite and cementite. We will get perlitic structure, and this point is lower critical temperature, AC1, AC3, ACM. This one hypoeutectoid range and hypereutectoid range, upper critical temperature, this is called. So when the steel samples are heated at in the austenitic region, we will get uniform interstitial solid solution of carbon in FCC lattice structure. So when this cool down at the lower temperature, so after heating it, temperature more than 727 degrees Celsius, again the samples are taken and they are quickly placed in the bath, which is maintained at constant temperature. For a long period of time, after keeping the specimens in the salt bath, which is maintained at a constant temperature, and the samples are removed one by one at different intervals of time. So after that, the morphology of the specimens are studied under optical microscope. So this is an experiment, and we will get the transformation curve like this. This is a percentage of austenite transformed austenite, and here this is a time in second. This is a transformation curve at constant temperature T, transformation temperature, and here this time is the T1 time, and here this point B A. So this time is T2. So it has taken T2 time, T2 seconds of time to get 100% of perlite. Here this is called incubation period, incubation time. So that during this time there is no transformation occurs at the temperature. So this is isothermal transformation of austenite to perlite at one single temperature. So if you want to construct the TTT diagram, we have to repeat the same experiment what I explained here, but we will not keep at single temperature, but different temperatures. At different varying temperatures we are doing the experiment, so that with that we will get the transformation curves of steels. So here just I will draw some diagram, transformation of curves at different temperatures, and again we will be studying the TTT diagram. So same thing I will draw here. This is time in seconds, and this is transformation of austenite. Here perlite, I will tell perlite 25, 50, 75, 100. 25, 50, 75. Here transformation of perlite, and here same way this indicates the austenite, percent of austenite. So here we will get different transformation curves. The temperature T1, we will get somewhat the transformation curve like this at temperature T1, and again at temperature T2 the curve shifts towards the left side. So here it starts from this point. So somewhat it is straight as compared to T1 temperature. This is T2, and T3 we will get like this. So these transformation curves are all depends upon the nucleation rate and growth rate. Again if I draw the temperature versus nucleation rate and growth rate, we will get like this. This is temperature, Tm melting point, and here I and V. So transformation is a function of transformation. Transformation of x is a fraction of transformation. It is a function of I and V, where I is the nucleation rate, V is the growth rate. So here we will get like this. This is a nucleation curve, nucleation rate. Whereas this is V and I. This is the growth rate. So at temperature, this is Utenka temperature, means melting temperature. At that point, the nucleation rate is very less, very low, whereas growth rate increases. So same thing, same here, T1 temperature, T2 and T3. And in this region, suppose I take T3 temperature in this region. This is T1 temperature, T2 temperature, T3, and T4 at T5 temperature. So same thing I will plot on the transformation curve. So at T3 point, I already have drawn. At T4 point, what happens? Again, it reversed. Means where the growth rate and nucleation rate increases. So the transformation curve will be shift towards the right side. T4. same thing at T5, both nucleation rate and the growth rate comes down. So this is a T5 temperature. So with this transformations curve, we can draw the TTT diagram. So I will draw below this transformation curve. This is time. Suppose this is a temperature, time is the function of temperature and time. Suppose this is T1 temperature, T2 temperature line, constant temperature. So isothermal means what? Isothermal means we are cooling at means heating at a constant temperature. Iso means constant temperature. So I will explain in detail. This is T3, T4 and T5. Temperature lines, these constant temperature lines. So just I will draw these points. T1 temperature here. This is a end point. This is a starting point, starting of transformation. So here T1 point and T2 on this point, T2 and here T2 on T2 temperature line, and T3 here on T3 temperature line and T3. Same like T4 here and T4 here, T5 and T5. If I connect all the locus, we will get to locus points. If we connect all these points, we will get the shape of C curve, C. So this line indicates the end transformation end curve, this curve, and this is transformation beginning curve. So this just looks like a C curve. It's also called C curves, TTT diagram. So I have explained the construction of TTT diagram with the help of transformation curves, which is a function of temperature and time. So now I will explain in detail that what are the phases are present in the TTT diagram and at what temperature what happens and like that. So here so perlytic structure. So how the rate of cooling affects on the steel properties. So I will give one example that during heat treatment, whenever the samples are heated in the austenitic region, and if you do sudden quenching in water, we will get the martensitic structure. Again, if you do quench in oil quenching, we will get the time perlytic structure. Again, in furnace cooling annealing, we will get the coarse perlytic structure. In air cooling is where cooling rate is high, we will get the fine perlytic structure. So again, fine perlytic structure has more hardness compared to coarse perlytic structure. So these are all depends upon the rate of cooling. So that we will get the exact, we can able to calculate the transformations at different temperatures and the amount of transformed phases. So now I will draw the TTT diagram. So just this is the explanation of how to draw the TTT diagrams. So now I will draw. This is temperature versus time in seconds. So time usually abscissa, on abscissa this ordinate temperature in degree Celsius. So this is linear scale. Here we are taking logarithmic scale, log scale. Here 10 raised to minus 1 and 10 raised to 5, 10 raised to 1, here 10 raised to 0, 10 to 10 raised to 3, 10 4 is seconds temperature. And here 700, 6, 500, 4, 300. These are all temperatures. So here this is a Martensitic start temperature line, MS. Here Martensitic finish temperature line. So 800. So the detected temperature line will be 727 degrees Celsius. Above the detected temperature line, the austenite will be in stable state. This is stable state. Austenite will be in stable state. And below the detected temperature line, the austenite will be in unstable state. As the temperature decreases, the austenite will be in unstable state. So the C curves will be with reference to those curves. Here this curve indicates the transformation beginning curve. So this curve indicates the transformation beginning curve. This is transformation end curve. So at 50%, this is a in between. So here now I will explain in detail that at what temperature the pearlitic structure, fine pearlite, coarse pearlite and bainitic region and martensitic region will get. So approximately the pearlitic range temperature will be in between 727 degrees Celsius to 540 degrees Celsius. So here in this region we will get coarse pearlitic structure. This is a slow cooling. When we do the slow cooling, we will get the coarse pearlitic structure here in this region. This is completely austenite, and here also austenite plus austenite plus pearlite here, pearlite structure. Here we will get the pearlite, and when we cool at this temperature, we will get here fine pearlitic structure. And when we do cooling in this region, we will get the bainitic structure. Again in bainitic structure, upper bainitic and lower bainitic structure. Upper bainitic structure which is having feather-like structure, whereas lower bainitic structure has the acicular-like structure. So bainitic means it's a ferrite and cementite mixture, where the cementite carbides are in spheroidal shape. When we do sudden cooling, we will get the martensitic structure. Martensitic structure is the diffusionless product. So where there is no diffusion of carbon atoms. When the transformation temperature decreases, the decomposition of carbon atoms also decreases. After certain limit, means approximately 200, less than 200, there is no diffusion of carbon. We will get the martensitic structure. So this is a martensitic structure. And here bainitic structure. So this is called nose. Nose where the cooling rate it just touches the nose of the TTT diagram. More than the cooling rate or equal to cooling rate, there is no transformation of perlite. So we will get directly martensitic structure. For fine perlite, as we go down from this line, there is a increase in hardness. So here in fine perlite, in coarse perlite structure, the HRC will be, the Rockwell hardness test, the number will be 15. And here in medium perlite and here in fine perlite, it will be 40. In bayonetic, upper bayonet, the hardness will be 40, same 45. And here in lower, it will be 60. And martensitic, the Rockwell hardness test will be 64. Martensite, which is having the most hardest material. And here this is a C curves. Transformation beginning curve, transformation end curve. So this gives all idea about the transformations with respect to temperature and time. Here at constant temperature, isothermal, at constant temperature, the materials are examined in transformation. As the decomposition, as the transformation temperature decreases, the decomposition also decreases. The rate of decomposition decreases. After certain limit, there is no decomposition of perlite.